Okay, I is back. Right. I had to be on the eye out for spiders because I came back and there was loads of spiders. New spider web. New spider web. Yeah, there was loads of spider webs just everywhere in here. So fun. See, I'm back. I needed that. I needed that a lot. After the vacation that basically didn't go at all like I was expecting it to go. I will say that like the vacation, as much as it was nice to see friends and stuff again, and as much as the setting was nice, it basically like I felt like I wanted to come home way sooner than I did than I what. It just is that normally when I go on vacation and I like really enjoy myself, you don't want it to end. At least you don't want it to end like, yeah. And this time though, it was just a case of like I just like after a couple of days, after a certain event happened, I was just kind of like I'm done. This is just not fun anymore. This just like I kind of want to go home, you know. Apart from like I kind of it was made bearable by the friends that I had there and stuff like that, and the new friends that I had, because yeah, made some new friends. It was a good time. But this basically like Bear Bash, even though it's not, in a tropical setting, even though it's not like by a pool, it's very, and even though there are basically like everybody kind of groups into everybody becomes into groups and stuff a bit too much. It's very cliquey. Everyone always says that about like events, about bear events and stuff. It's very cliquey. Everybody gets like hovers around in their own groups and stuff like that. That's kind of like that's kind of like not what how that's not how I roll in the first place. uh yeah, I kind of feel like this is going to be a bit of a sad omission, but I kind of feel like the reason why I started to do specific events, just very small events and stuff. Well, this one was quite big. The reason why I started to do events is because I just didn't know how to like enter and like approach groups and become part of groups. So I basically made my own events and stuff with friends that I knew that I had, and then basically like yeah, because I couldn't get anybody to hang out with me. No. The thing is that basically like in the general population of the planet Earth, the general the general like the straight groups at straight events and stuff like that. I know what to do. I know what to talk. I know who to talk to. I know how to interact. It's just that with it does seem to be there's a more in group out group kind of like preference going on within like the gay community in general, and that kind of extends to the bear community. So it is very much a case of like the gay community seems to be just a lot more guarded to who basically they let in to their groups. And yeah, that's very much like that also uh, seems to be a thing on a micro scale as opposed to like not just the whole of the gay community. So basically like people that like friend groups do tend to stick around in their own friend groups, and it's like, yeah, that just seems to be a thing. That just seems to be a thing. And again, like I said, that normally doesn't bother me, and it didn't really bother me this time. You know, I was straight up talking to somebody, and then like a friend of this person basically just like was just said hi, and they hugged and they talked for a little bit, and then basically he stood right in front of me like I wasn't there. You know, therefore excluding me from that group. It was just kind of like a bit of a, and I was just like, you know, this happened a couple of times, but like I said, it doesn't really bother me so much. Um, you know, kind of feel like I deserve it somehow. You know, I don't know. Anyway, the good things. Um, oh yeah, I was talking about how that I mean that, like I said, that's different. That in Vegas, the event in Vegas, there seems to be a lot less of that happening. You know, there's a lot less of that groupiness thing happening. You know, that seems to be very relaxed, very chilled. Everybody can kind of join in with everybody, you know, in their conversations and stuff, not just that. Stop it. Whereas regular bear events, and also in the UK regular bear events, basically this seems to happen. You know, this seems to happen. The weird groupy clicky thing seems to happen. Um, So yeah, like I said, at like the sci-fi convention, and at like other shit, basically, you know, like you know, when I did like the military shit and everything, I did no problem, no problem interacting, like, you know, staying relevant in a group, you know, not having anybody kind of like block me off or push me out of the group or anything like that. It just seemed to be it just seems to be a gay thing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, I needed this. I needed this. After basically, I needed like I needed a really good vacation and didn't get one. I needed this. You know, I needed to hang out with some friends. Everybody basically like uh, like chilling and like talking and just like not being dicks at me. Um, and and yeah, kind of just having fun, even with people that basically I don't particularly like. You know, like some people that I don't particularly like, I kind of, you know, I sort of actively dislike these people. Some of these people, like they were at some of my events, and that it didn't bug me. It was in fact incredibly chill. I don't get it. I needed this. You know, there was no drama created. There was no bullshit. I didn't have to change who I was around these people, and it was just fine. Everything was fine. I mean, it was great. Like I said, I needed that. I immediately miss it. You know, I immediately missed it when it was over. When all of the events that I did were over, I was kind of bummed out. I was incredibly bummed out. In fact, I kind of went in a mini depression, and I'm still kind of in it, but it's just it's not super. It's not like one of my super depression things. You know, I had a bit of a cry in the car on the way home. You know, I had a bit of a cry on the in the park, this morning. You know, I was just very sad. You know, so yeah, but yeah, it was good. It was good, and I managed to not spend well. Lies. I didn't drink any alcohol at all. that was that was weird. I realized that this morning. I didn't drink any alcohol. Oh my god, my gnat bite. I've got like mosquito bites on my arm. I have no idea how this happened, but whatever. Yeah. But one of them's kind of like here, and it's weepy and it's really annoying. There we go. So yeah, I'll go through the events. So this year, I hosted Bear Bash has its own events and it has its own side events and stuff like that. And we actually made the program. We actually made the official program this year, which is I have no idea if that's going to happen again. I imagine it will, but I have no idea if it's going to happen again, because basically everybody that I knew that is in the committee that runs this particular bear event, Bear Bash in Manchester, part of the Man Bears crew, have left. My co-host for the cigar socials, he basically was my contact. He was part of the committee. He announced on the second day of the event that he is leaving. So, yeah. Also, he didn't even ask them to put us into the program, and that was like they just did that automatically, because we have never been able to get into the program before, because Man Bears, the guys that run Bear Bash, they were hosted by several cancer charities and stuff. So basically, they wouldn't allow like cigar and leather socials to be advertised in the thing, or if it was advertised, it was advertised under the leather social, So yeah, which was always a part 2 of the cigar social. So yeah. So there's like a program of all these different events that are happening during Bear Bash and everything like that, and they actually did some independent events, because there's like bar crawls and like tabletop gaming and like stuff like this that just goes on in the background. Like I always host a picnic, a bear picnic, and a buffet visit. Like I've always hosted those ever since I've been going to Bear Bash, and I also do a kind of cigar social. Basically, me and my buddy Aaron, we usually just met up at like this kind of like bar terrace place in the middle of Canal Street. And we usually just like, we had a cigar and we usually talked for a little bit, and then he'd get bored of me. He'd get bored of me, and then basically we would just hang out with the rest of the bears. And essentially I kind of wanted to do like an event like in Vegas, but in the UK. And I mentioned this to him, and he said, well, we could make this an event. And so the Cigar Social has been going for about 4 years now. This is the 4th year, I think. And yeah, like we've had a fairly good turnout every single time, even the time when it rained like a lot, like it flooded the park. And yeah, ironically, the year that I don't have any money at all, seems to be like this is the year that it's going to kick off. At least I'm hoping it's going to kick off, because like we've had like plans to kind of like take over a campsite, or like hire a field or something for a weekend, and basically just do like like a mini version of the Vegas event in on that campsite or something. And I kind of want to do. I want to jump to this step straight away. He basically wants to do like I said, he wants to do like small leather cigar social things, because he's part of a leather group, and he basically like goes to Manchester. He lives in Manchester. He goes to like a leather night almost every month or so. I don't know. And he basically does the cigar social thing at the same time there, so it's very localized. And the Bear Bash Cigar Social is quite big now. It's bigger than the individual events, because that's when all the bears come. And also we got advertised. Like I said, it's very surprising. Anyway, things like our event were in the program. I'm still surprised about that. But yeah, he wants to keep trying out with this, and he did last year. He did actually, he did host a event at his house, basically just like a mini like 1 day kind of like big sort of gathering, I guess, of like of the leather cigar social basically at his house, and with a barbecue and like they played games and it it was apparently really good fun. I couldn't go because he has a cat, so yeah. I did say to him that it's like, if you do that thing again this year, then I'm going to come up there and I'm going to get a tent and I'm going to stay in your garden away from the cat. you know, because I really was pissed off that I couldn't get there to do that. I really wanted to go do that. And being the co-host, it's kind of like it's really annoying that I couldn't come. So yeah. And I really enjoyed this so much. I really would do that. I really would camp in his garden. Anyway, yeah, the overall plan is that, like I said, he wants to build up to then maybe hiring out a field and maybe actually doing an actual proper event and stuff. And we have merch now. We actually have merch now. It's just a logo, and it's just it just says Cigar Social on it, but it's basically for like other things as well. Of course, it's not just about the Cigar Social, although that's just how it started. But the logo is kind of cute, so yeah. I've got a T-shirt, I've got a vest, I've got somebody else a T-shirt as well, although it's big. It might be a bit big for him, so it might just be my backup T-shirt. I don't know. But I also got a hoodie, and I'm using that as my primary hoodie because my red hoodie, as much as I love the lifeguard hoodie, and it's red and it's like, it's bold and stuff, and it has my history for it and stuff like that, as well as being my first ever hoodie. My second ever hoodie has a logo on it for our event, so that's pretty cool. So we've got merch now, so it looks like it might actually be kicking off properly, and I'm excited about that, even though I have no money. So yeah, I'm hoping that basically like if we do an event this year, that essentially either at his house or basically like I might try to do it more central to London or something, like maybe using my mum's house, using her dinky garden at her house. Although I don't know how Bears would feel about basically going to Essex. I don't know about that, and the neighbours would definitely complain a little bit, at least a little bit. I don't know. I kind of want to try though. I want to try. I want to see what I'm going to see what the reaction is. Either one of us is going to host the event somewhere. And we're going to figure out how to do this. But yeah, after this, we're going to figure out a way to basically maybe fund a proper event. And again, exciting. I'm excited anyway. I'm very excited. But yeah, no. So yeah, I hosted 3 events this year. And the first one was the piggy picnic, which was a disaster because literally it was me and a big tray of sushi, as well as a couple of like deli sandwiches as well. And I ate all of those. Just before the cigar social, I basically got like the place where the cigar social was going to be. I sat down on the bench and I told everybody the time, and basically like I said, piggy picnic, or the picnic. I think that somebody tried to say that it should be called, even though I used that already, but it confused people. So yeah, the piggy picnic was a bit of a disaster. It was just me and my buddy Sam, who I am going to get into a video at some stage. I did try to do something with him this weekend, but it basically he was always busy or he was too tired, and I completely understand that. That's cool. Like I do appreciate him hanging out with me at least, so that was cool. Um, yeah, he did come to the buffet as well, so that was awesome. But yeah, so the piggy picnic was just me and Sam, which was fine because that was nice. It was mostly just me, but then Sam came for the last hour of it, and then he stuck around for the first hour, or at least the first bit of the cigar social, which was cool. And then, of course, the cigar social happened, and we had upwards of like 25 to 30 people show up. I mean, I would say that it's about that amount of people who stuck around and stayed for most of the event, if not beyond the event. So yeah, there probably was more, there probably was less. I don't know, but I mean like I didn't take any pictures because I was a dingus and I just didn't do that. I was too busy, basically planning eating cupcakes and stuff. We basically I all of the cupcakes went away this year. That's never happened before. So yeah, because I always bring cupcakes. I like a box of cupcakes and like some fizzy drinks and stuff like that. No alcohol because you can't bring alcohol into the park, even though people did anyway. Because yeah, Aaron actually bought a gazebo and he put it up all by himself, and I just was just like I was just watching because it requires you to be tall to put up a gazebo unless it's like one of those unfoldy ones, but it wasn't an unfoldy one. It was one that you plugged together. Anyway, he bought a gazebo, and nobody used it. I used it a little bit just to get out of the sun, which is which there was sun, so that was cool. Um, but yeah, there was music as well, and there was basically, like I said, lots of people showed up. There was a giveaway. I did a giveaway where one of our new T-shirts. Basically, you could have won a T-shirt and a cigar and a free drink. Basically, I did not get to give the guy his free drink because basically he left because it was at the end of the event and he basically wanted to get stuff to his room. So I kind of turned around and like was going to give him like a free drink coupon, and he it was gone, and I didn't get to see him anymore. But yeah, um, yeah, we ended up doing a raffle. There was basically we need to figure out some kind of contest or something, but we ended up doing a raffle, and I thought I was pretty ingenious because like Aaron was like, well, how do we do a raffle? We don't have any tickets or anything like that. And I said we could just use like the bands of the cigars, and you could write, everyone can write their names on their band, and then basically they can put it into a hat, and then we can just like have a draw, and then basically people can pick up their shit. And so we did that, which was cool. And and basically, if you didn't have a cigar, then somebody who wasn't entering the contest could give you their band. Like me and Aaron, basically, we used our bands. So yeah, to give to people to use to put their name on and stuff. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Although I do wish that there was some kind of contest or there was like multiple draws. But the thing is that I paid for this extra T-shirt. I also gave one of my cigars for this contest. So I feel like I deserve some credit for this. And to be fair, I did. I got the credit. I got some of the credit, so that was good. And yeah, yeah, it was really good. That was really, really good. Now, the buffet, the last event that I did. Um, I will say that on that day also there was a part 2 to the cigar social because there was a leather night going on at the Eagle in Manchester, and basically just outside. That's where Aaron wanted to do the part two, like a cigar social part two, in leather, and that was quite good too. Although it was very hard to tell who was there for the actual cigar social part, because basically it's a beer event and a leather event, and these kind of things kind of mix with the whole cigar thing anyway. So yeah. But no, I had my harness on, and I had my leather jacket on, my leather jacket, my leather waistcoat on, and I had my gloves as well, my new gloves, the fingerless ones, my biker gloves. So yeah, it was on theme. It was on theme. It worked, and yeah, it was good. That was good fun too. That was good fun too. Also, I talked up my Orky Dorky channel as well. Somebody, I know I'm gonna have at least one person that's gonna watch this disaster happen. So my new Orky Dorky channel now has one pre-subscriber, so that's funny. So yeah, that was like I said, that was good. That was good too. It wasn't as good as the park, which was like clearly its own thing happening in the park and stuff. But yeah, there was a couple of people that didn't show up, but they basically had good reasons why they didn't show up for um, the park one as well. Except for one, my buddy Trevor basically messaged me at the beginning of the event, but I didn't get it until after the event was over. So, but he said that I'm on my way, and he just didn't show up. So I don't know what happened to him. I'm hoping he's okay. I think he's home now. I think I saw a post say that he was home now. So yeah. So yeah. So the last event that I did was the Sunday buffet, the pig out, and that was good. That was really good. I am a bit annoyed because the only reason why I'm annoyed at this is because I don't really get to do much socializing. I am there to eat my food. I am there to eat my food, and I did that. Um, I'm there to overeat. That's the whole purpose of me being there, and I did that, and I did do 13 plates, which was pretty good. It might have been more because the last few plates were ice cream, and yeah, so yeah, but yeah, it, at the pig out, you're basically supposed to like count your plates, because if you have whoever has the most plates, they get a prize of their meal being paid for and free, and also they get a free drink, another free drink, and nobody claimed their prize. Nobody claimed their prize. As I got up to basically like ask people how many plates they did and stuff like that, so that I know who to give the money to, and people started to leave. Fuck, so uncool. So yeah, I mean, I guess that I won. I guess, although I had to pay for my food, so yeah. Whatever. And I didn't get a drink, so yeah. You know what? Your stomach. Hey, I've got a lot of practice. Plus, it helps when you basically love the overfull feeling. I did have a couple of moments where my stomach was like, if you eat any more noodles, you're gonna vomit, right? I'm like, I'll just eat the chicken then. It's like, yeah, but if you eat two more pieces of that, you could also vomit. I was getting the feeling like I was gonna spew. So basically, I was like, I just carefully hold this in my mouth until my body decides that it wants to swallow. So yeah, that was around about the 11th plate of food, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch to ice cream. Once I switched to ice cream, though, I can basically eat ice cream just forever, you know. Or until I explode, yes. But basically, I never get that. It takes a while for ice cream to actually be filling, to the to for me to at least feel like I'm gonna vomit, you know? I just kind of feel like I'm full of goo, like dairy. And then basically I get to a point where it's like, okay, no more. Like, because I can't swallow anymore. Like, I'm actually at the point where the pressure gradient is too great for me to swallow for my esophagus to actually work properly because it's full of ice cream. But I didn't get to that point yet, and I'm a bit bummed out about that, to be honest. But I mean, there was a time limit and everything because they give you 90 minutes. You're allowed to be there for 90 minutes before they basically start hassling you about like we need these tables for other people and stuff like that. They don't. They just want to get rid of you so that you don't eat all their food. You know. So yeah. I did like that Patch was there. Patch was there. My buddy Patch was there, and he was talking me up, and I really liked that he was talking me up so much to one of his friends, and I was like, I don't know. It made me feel warm fuzzy feelings. It was nice. He did also say that it's such a weird surprise to him that I'm now the smallest of the gainer crowd, you know, when I once was the biggest of the gainer crowd. Because I haven't changed in like 20 years and that sucks. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Attempt to buy a inflatable ball suit. That's what you're gonna do. That seems to be the only fucking way that's gonna happen. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, once that event happened and was over, it was kind of like a super depression time, and like I said, it's not been super depression. I misspoke, but I was pretty down. After that, because it was kind of like, well, there's nothing for me to do until next year, because all the events that I've got now are going to be family shit, which is nice. I do like the family stuff. The Steam Fair, the basically the state fair, the 1940s weekend, um, all that stuff. So yeah, it's just that there seems to, and then of course the Christmas in July though as well. The private events that we have, Christmas in July and the barbecue and Oktoberfest. So yeah. Apart from that, it's going to be worky work. Worky work. Still looking forward to the Orky stuff. I did a lot of work. I'm now 25 pages in of the book, the Orky. I've got the book. I was just like, if I had the book in here, but I do have the book in here, just make sure that nothing falls off my shelf. Because things are threatening to fall. Stop sliding. I see you. I see you slide. Stop it. There we go. I have got the Orc book, and I had it the whole weekend, basically, when I couldn't sleep in the mornings, because You know that happens. That happens a lot. I can't sleep really. But there are like 25 pages of shit, and I've got at least 4 pages. I've got 4 episodes like sorted. I just need to actually make the actual channel now and like register it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's like pages, and there's just very simple pages, but this is just lists of outlines for topics of shows. These aren't the actual shows. It's not showing up on camera. But like I said, lists for topics of shows. But then you get to the meaty ones, the meaty pages. Thumbnail designs. You know, more lists and more stuff. But then you get to Orc Yoga. The Orc hairstyle episode. Ooh. And also the Orc history stuff. Orc history episode. And then you've got this is all going to be one episode, but Orc fitness with the weights, different weight techniques as well. So yeah. Plus, there's some other things that were in the pages before. And a couple of the pages before where basically they are like they only require 1 page. Like there's Orc karaoke and there's like a couple of lists of songs and stuff. Like for me to do on Orc karaoke. So I yawned one morning. I did like a really big yawn, and my tongue did not like that. So yeah, it's aching. I've got an achy tongue. I've got achy dakey tongue. Cool design ideas. What? I haven't really designed anything. I mean, I designed a workout, I guess. It's just based on my workout, but I looked up some information on how to basically instruct people how to do these, because my weights workout with the free weights, that basically that is self-taught, so I don't really know what to, I'm not a physiotherapist. I'm not, but it's basically I'm not an instructor. I'm not a trainer. That's what I was trying to find that word. So essentially, I looked up some techniques and stuff like that, and wrote them down and gave myself some hints and stuff. And I was like, "Ooh, these will be helpful for the book." So I put them in the book, as well as my general workout, and then I added stuff to it in the book. Don't fall down, please. Don't fall down. Good. I just meant like the stuff you were talking about in there. Sorry. No, it's okay, dude. It's okay. Mike. So yeah, I got a couple. I've got the Orc yoga stuff all sorted out. I got some of the Orc history. Like an episode of the Orc history is at least that's written down. It's basically written in shorthand because I didn't want to fill up the whole book with all of the Orc history of certain things. I've just got my notes and sources and websites to look up and stuff like that for when I actually do the actual episode, in which I will basically be reading off of a script like that, but more orcish. So yeah, so that's cool. The hairstyle one, I'm not sure about the hairstyle one. I was basically going to get like a hair extension and do basically mess with it and stuff, and talk about the relevance of some hairstyles in Orc culture. So yeah, so there's that. And of course, there's like all karaoke and stuff. I did miss something because while I was, after I was doing after I did the Orc Fitness one, and I then did the Orc Fashion, the hair thing, because that's an Orc Fashion episode. I then missed something because one of the things that one of the shows on the Orc channel is going to be called Orc Travels. I went to Manchester for a bear event. I could have totally been an orc for that. There were guys with orc t-shirts on. I could have totally been an orc for that. Fuck's sake. And I could have filmed some stuff and it would have been funny. Ugh. But I realized this on the fucking Sunday, so I was like, no. I was like, yeah. Right. That's it. So I've been busy. I've been busy doing stuff even when I've been away. Haven't been able to do the pick dump thing yet. That's still not done yet. I'm kind of dreading it because, like, I was supposed to do it when I got back home, but I've only just got back because, my husband is basically annoying when it comes to, like, not caring about me having work stuff that I need to do. So, yeah. No, he did a lot of driving and traveling, so I shouldn't really, yeah. But still. We left on Monday, stayed at his mom's overnight, and then we came back, well, a few hours ago, and I've got the office has been rebuilt and stuff like that. So yeah, I unpacked and all that stuff. So yeah. I'm gonna go eat something, and tomorrow I've got a meeting, so that's something, I guess. So in the day, I'm gonna be like having a shower because I was supposed to have a shower on the way out of Manchester, but I couldn't do that because we were checking out like way earlier than we were expecting to. So I was in the park, and then I got a message from Damon saying it's like, yeah, we should be checked out in 10 minutes. Are you packed? And I was like, I am, but I still need to get a couple of things. Also, I'm 10 minutes away. I mean, because the park is 10 minutes away from where he was. So yeah. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna be like showering and then like having a haircut, doing the hair. What do you think, by the way, guys? Should I basically like I've got a longer version of the orc haircut. I kind of want to keep the orc haircut. Should I keep the stripe and just do this bit and this bit and keep my stripe like this long? That'd be weird. Just keep the stripe. Okay. Just that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more awkward because it's so much longer now. I'll tell you what. I'll keep the stripe, and then if it basically does look too ridiculous, because my hair isn't as much as I would like to have orc hair. I kind of like that my hair is kind of like it's voluminous and bouncy and kind of curly. When it gets long, it gets big curls. You know. It's the Irish and the Santa jeans. See? It doesn't really get spiky like, or like it doesn't straighten itself out. So yeah, I don't know, because it's kind of like it starts off thick here, and then it kind of like goes back to the back of my head, but it gets like thinner as it gets to the back of my head. So yeah. Also, I can't wear my hat because the hair is so voluminous. Oh, I'm cursed with perfect hair. Yeah, my hair is so voluminous and bouncy that basically it just it means that I can't wear my cap. This hat is okay because it sticks out of the hat, but I can't wear my hat that I got from Vegas, the Fun Hog Ranch one, because it's just my hair just makes it so that the hat looks like it's just sitting on top of my head like that, which looks silly when it's a baseball cap. Anyway, yeah, I'll see how it is. I'll do the sides, but then I'll see how that looks with just the long hair in the middle. And if it basically does look a little bit silly, then I'm gonna not get rid of it, not get rid of the stripe, but I'm gonna trim the stripe. So yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I just didn't know if anybody was like a super fan of the orc hair, especially since I'm gonna be starting the actual channel soon. So yeah, I mean a bald orc is still as good, you know. There's basically I'm gonna have like I've got like two hairstyles for the orc stuff, and I'm okay with having these two hairstyles in my civilian life as well. And it's basically this one, but shorter, and just buzzing the whole stuff, the whole thing, you know. Which is fine. It's just that I find that I've got like I get a lot of like I get well, not a lot. I get sometimes head spots, you know. I get zits because there's no hair there to protect my my skin from having zits. So yeah. Also, it goes fuzzy and it feels like Velcro when I'm wearing hats and stuff. So yeah, I'm doing that tomorrow, and then I've got a meeting, and then basically, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I might do a live stream on Growler, but if I don't do a live stream tomorrow, then I will do another live stream here on YouTube. But right now I got to go eat because I'm really hungry. Even though it's like 3 in the morning. You know, I've been getting a lot of sleep. It's just that I've only been getting like 2 hours at a time. You know, I've had like two-hour naps throughout the day during the weekend. I don't know why this is a thing, but whenever I go to Manchester, this seems to happen. I'll just feel incredibly tired, and then I'll lay down, and I'll wake up 2 hours later, completely awake, even when it's like proper nighttime and bedtime and stuff. Don't know what to do with myself. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Just wondering if there's anything I should tell you guys. I think I told you everything. I think everything's out there. Everything's good. Yeah. The very few pictures. If you did want to know what the what the events looked like and stuff, then I didn't take any pictures at the piggy picnic, and I didn't take any pictures for the pig out. but the Cigar Social had pictures officially taken of it, and they are on Discord if you want to go look at those. And Aaron took some pictures as well, and they're on Discord as well. But you have to scroll up a little bit because I think that, well, not a little bit. Just I think it's just above it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go eat something. But thank you so much for being here. Do appreciate it. I've missed you. I've missed you guys. I've missed you, Don. And yeah. If I don't see you on Growler, then I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow. The day after. You know what I mean. Oh, belly wubs and belly salute. And there's a big spider up there. Whatever this owie thing is, I reactivated it. I'm really, really hoping it's not a hernia. But, I mean, whatever, right? We'll have to get it checked out eventually. I'm going to mention it to my nurse the next time that they want my blood. Blah. Next time they want my blood. Because this is their way. Anyway. Toodles! I winked. I don't know if you can see it because of the lighting, because of the bright shirt. Cover up the shirt. Does that help? No. Anyway. Bye.